parents, welcome to the portal. Your teacher, Eric Andrew Kaiser. You know, my journey through life, it really opened up my eyes to the problems, the just simple problems with food we have in this nation. And it's such a program, and it's not your fault. It wasn't my fault when I was falling for it, but it is very important. And I just want to explain it to you, really let this sink in. If you raise your kids on nothing but processed, fast, easy food, and it doesn't have any real, true nutrients in it for the mind, what are we actually doing to our children in this day and age? Have you really looked into what your public schools are teaching your kids to really look and ask yourself as a parent, will my child have a shot in the future learning this information? Now, I do promote a lot of things on this channel. And as a life coach, I can promise any parent out there, if you want a more free lifestyle to be able to raise your children on your terms, it's available. Just hit subscribe and I'll teach you all how to do it. Most Americans aren't looking into the future of where we're going. Most people are keeping the jobs that they have, and they don't realize that a lot of the industries here in America are going to shift and change quickly. So to combat that, I am coming out with my own content to show you all how to get healthy. Because that's truly what you need to enlighten the mind into, all right, I want to raise my kids. I want to teach my kids. Why am I giving my kids to a government to show them what they need to know? Why do I feel like my kids need to know this information? And you know, the more you clean up your diet and the more you get your family active and healthy outside, the better the unit will become. So if you follow this content, I promise you, no matter where you're at in your marriage or your life and, you know, your understanding of how the world works, if you follow this channel, I will slowly help you get to the moments that your mind starts to work in the proper way. It's not hard to see it in the grocery stores like Kroger and Walmart and all this bioengineered food. You understand that that is 100% fake artificial food, and it's all over the shelves right now. So instead of going in the freezer to grab some products, I'm going to show you how to simply create a great hash brown, all right, for your children in the morning. And yes, you'll have to do a little bit of work, but you need exercise. Every American at this point needs exercise, all right? So this is a channel that if you're looking for your family to break free and to start enjoying life, first we got to get to the energy of enjoyment. So let me show you what we're about to do here. Okay, I'm just using 2 potatoes, all right? This is a spiral cutter. Get my headphones out of there. And this part's very, very simple. I've done other episodes using a spiral cutter, but I will show you how to use it real quick. All right, y'all, let's start, okay? This is really easy. First, let me wash this potato. And remember, if you do not have a water filter on your house yet, really start looking into reverse osmosis. Right now, you are cooking in chemicals. You're boiling your pasta and whatever else you boil in neurotransmitters called fluoride. And there's chlorine in your water. And of course, they don't want you to know this because that affects your emotional balance and your health in life. How are we going to be happy parents without the proper nutrition to deal with what the day has to give us? So, here we go. Oop, I'm going to have to lower that. All right, here's the spiral cutter. And you simply just put it on and you lock it on. Just spin. And yes, it takes work, but look, I'm moving my body right now, right? I'm not just being that parent walking to a freezer, grabbing a frozen bag that I bought at a grocery store that really holds no nutritional value for my children's minds. But yet in America, we think, hey, it's a great idea. Let's send our kids off to school with a bunch of sugar in them, right? And then we have these kids that start having problems in school, and we're like, oh my God, let me go to the doctor. The next thing that I believe in
and ask him, what's going on with little Johnny? And your doctor looks at, oh, well, he's got what we call ADD, ADHD. No, he doesn't. He's got too much sugar in his diet because he's got unaware parents to the real problems here in this nation. This nation needs to stop paying attention to politics, needs to stop paying attention to Biden and Trump and the show. You need to wake up right now that the only thing after 2020 that you should have worried about was getting your family free. Getting your family away from these foods, because this is what locks you in that miserable world of divorce and problems. And here you go. Look, that quick, one potato. All right? That's just one potato. That is enough for a full meal. One potato. What do you think one potato breaks down in cost? I want to say probably about 45 to 50 cents. So, America, if you're worried about money right now, natural food will help you. All right, parents, a little bit of butter in the pan. Get that baby going. Very, very simple meal. There we go, and soon we will be doing experiments with this stringy potato to see if we can make our own pasta out of potatoes. Make sure you don't miss that episode. Now, I like it to be a little bit spicy. Anybody else like spice? Comment below if you like spice.
Okay, parents, our hash browns are cooking. Let's do a little bit of coaching. So what happens in America? We grew up to think that our parents knew what they were doing. And being 48 now, being a life coach, I look back and I go, oh my God, my parents didn't have a clue. But here it is. Most of us have to wake up to that in our lives to realize that, yes, in America, you can be tricked to raise your kids the same exact way, or you can stand out and do a little bit differently. Now, a lot of people in America, that's hard because our government's got us to the place where we work all day. We send our kids to their institution to learn their information. Then we're tricked to put them into sports programs. And in America, this is all just to create separation between us and our children. Our children start learning from other people and other programmers instead of us. Now, if you're going to follow up my channel, you're going to learn that there's a way to almost create wealth in your family through being these parents, through being the parents that see the government for what it is. You don't want to fight the government, but you see what it is and you go, oh, all right, this is the reason why so many Americans are controlled so easily. It's in the diet. Yes. All right, look at my other content about bioengineering. Okay, you're not eating food anymore in this nation. So how are you going to think correctly? So it's very easy for the media to get people to live in fear and chaos. And what this does is in our own personal experiences, we create more chaos for ourselves and the ones that we love. So these diets I teach people can shift your entire family. It can shift your entire life. You might be waking up every day doing something as a dad that you hate. You know inside you have a burning desire to do something else, but you don't have the courage to step forward and go do it. And that is simply because of the way we eat. Trust me, I suffered from this. I was a man that was always a go-getter. I always had great ideas. But when it came time to step forward to make it happen, I always went back to what was comfortable. And we have to break through that comfort. All right? So I'm going to check on our potatoes, see how this is looking, and I'll be right back.
All right, y'all, let's see how we're looking. I'm going to let the bottom get nice and brown and then give her a flip. Looking beautiful, people. Beautiful. Your kids are going to love you even more. Imagine being that parent to your kids who's, I love you, I love you, I love you. It'll happen. Get the chemicals out of their brain. Now your kids, right, they might want some excitement in their food. I'm not a big fan of dairy and cheese, but you can use it, all right? Balance is the key in your diet. But as you can see, I like to put the cheese on early. And I like to get kind of crispy with the rest of the meal. All right, y'all. About 10 minutes. We're almost done. I like to chop it up to get that cheese mixed in so it starts to just get a little bit of that crispiness. All right. Have you ever given your kids fried cheese? Oh my God, they love it. But we're almost done.
Okay, let's have a meal together, parents. 15 minutes. 15 minutes can set your kids off into the world ready to take in knowledge that they can understand. The reason the American diet is based the way it is because they feed us negative knowledge in our childhoods. And I'm a life coach that teaches a lot about accountability. We all make mistakes when we're younger. We take on programs from our parents so we can learn how to break those programs. It's called getting over ancestral curses. And the more that we do this for our children, the better our lives get. And a lot of people just seem like they don't want you to know this information in America because God forbid if you think for yourself and you become a parent that wants to take back your power and you're willing to go out there and achieve greatness. Now, the biggest American scam that you'll learn if you follow my channel is the birth certificate, what we're actually signing our kids up for, what we're actually giving up at that moment. And as a very well-studied man now on common law, I can promise you that every American family has the same available opportunity as anybody. We're not taught it because we go to public school where people who learn the actual process here in America just to live a good life, you've got to go searching for the information. So I found it. And I learned as an American that, the whole process of life is becoming an aware adult to take over your corporation, which is your all caps name. The reason why you want to do this is because for your family, you want to build your living trust, right? You want your kids to be the beneficiaries. You want your kids to be connected to a trust account. Now here, after a lot of study, I learned that we can literally get an EIN number for our all caps name and start building credit and capital. Most people here in America, we only use our socials. And we all know how exhausting that is, right? Our credit score. What if you could just build an alternative number? Okay? Set up a UCC1 financial statement, create a living trust for your family, and then borrow against life insurance policies. If that sounds good, then definitely follow and subscribe. I'm telling you, these potatoes have so many potential to do so many things. I'm so excited that I'm just getting started this journey. But y'all, I will teach you how to eat. Because if you know how to eat, you know how to think, you know how to act, you know what to pay attention to. Look, truth be told, in America, most of us we get stuck in a program and we keep doing it every single day, not knowing that we have the power to break out of it and become whoever we want to be. So, if you feel like there's something inside of you and you just can't see it yet, then start eating like this, and I promise you, it will show itself to you. You'll see the promised land, even as a family. And look, this nation is against attack right now to separate all of us. Don't fall for it. I love y'all. I'm going to go eat. I hope you enjoy this episode, and I hope you subscribe.